Alright, I am back. Um, I don't have any real updates or anything, but I do work today, so I am waiting for a phone call. Possibly if it's busy. Because today is July 4th, so if I abruptly end, that's what's happening. But yeah, I should have about an hour of being able to, of playing. Before even wait, what's going on? Here we go. Alright, got worried there for a second. But yeah, besides that, I should have about an hour, unless they message me, so yeah. Otherwise, here we go.
Thank you both for coming.
Of course, old friend. You seem troubled. More troubled than usual, I mean.
Receptive, as always. I do not wish to diminish your achievement, but Nocturnal's defeat here will be short-lived. What's more, she does not act alone. A third enemy looms at the edge of my sight. Their covetous eyes are now fixed on the Somerset Isles.
Then we should inform the rest of the Psijics. They'll need to prepare.
I will inform them personally. I have a separate task for you, Devaith. Take the skeleton key. Keep it hidden for as long as you can. I trust that this task pleases you. After all, your love of such trinkets is what brought you here in the first place.
Sometimes I wonder if you see too much. I will keep it safe.
Farewell, Devaithfir. We will not meet again. I haven't visited this memorial for centuries, but even I need reminders every now and again. Do you like this place? It took me the better part of a decade to perfect it. Every stone and flower tells a story. Tales of how things were, how they ought to be. I thought about destroying it on more than one occasion. I'm glad I didn't. I know. Ask and I will answer truthfully. Just know that the truth often fails to satisfy. You expect something grand, but I promised you the truth. I am only what time and circumstance made me. Son of a lost house, friend to a fallen king. Some will tell you that we are the product of our choices. I've never found that to be the case. I am whatever the people need me to be. A guardian, an oppressor. For some, too distant. For others, too meddlesome. I am the canvas upon which they paint their dreams and resentments. A vessel for their hopes and doubts. A mirror, nothing more. I don't. But my companions, Vivec and Almalexia, see their divinity as essential. Godhood brings them joy and purpose. They find meaning in the theatrical. Who am I to deprive them of that? Almalexia defies simple analysis. I doubt she could even describe herself accurately. To understand Almalexia, you must first understand the value of fiction. Vivec fancies himself the poet, but in truth, AM is the greatest storyteller. Vivec knows the boundaries that separate fact from fiction. He knows them so well that he's learned how to break them. He exists inside his verse, but recognizes the lies, the contradictions. He both does and does not believe his own tales. She believes her tales implicitly, as does everyone else. Her capacity for deception appears limitless. She sows lies like a master gardener sows seeds, and the harvest of trust and adulation is breathtaking in scope. Not in the slightest. As I said, we are, all of us, bound by our nature. Almalexia does what she does because she cannot do otherwise. It will not end well. But then, even the best endings rarely bring joy. Vivec is my brother. He knows my struggles and I know his. That knowledge makes our relationship complicated. To truly know someone is as much a curse as it is a blessing. Regret. We are bound by that at least. He also suffers a kind of enslavement. Not unlike my own, in fact. Beauty holds the keys to his shackles. Beauty and a love of great works, great heights. His appetites are insatiable, thus his despair. Yes, a poet's despair. Vivec craves radical freedom, the death of all limits and restrictions. He wishes to be all things at all times. Every race, every gender, every hero, both divine and finite. But in the end, he can only be Vivec. Not even remotely. I sometimes ask myself the same thing. May I confess something to you? I suffer from a peculiar ailment. Shall I describe it? I bear the cruel weight of certainty. Total, absolute, relentless certainty. People rarely comprehend the luxury of doubt, the freedom that comes with indecision. I envy you. Indeed. But such questions are flaccid. Cursory indulgences that come and go in an instant. The truth is that my actions, both good and evil, are inevitable. Locked in time. Determined by chains of action and consequence. Compelled. This city serves a noble goal. The redemption of Tamriel. The unification of competing forces. The destruction of the Daedra. Unfortunately, it is an endeavor built upon a lattice of corpses. Betrayal, untold horrors. Do you understand? Maybe the word I covet above all others. Hold to that word, my friend, and never let go. I instructed Devaith to run from the battle that is to come. Now, I urge you to run toward it. Long ago I brokered a truce with the princes of Oblivion. This pact bound 8 princes to an oath that they would never again set foot on Tamriel. Nocturnal was not present when the princes signed the Cold Harbor Compact. Thus she flouts its restrictions. Now, this is important. Nocturnal does not act alone. 2 other princes lie in wait, Clavicus Vile and Mephala. Schemers. A prince of foul bargains and a prince of lust and conspiracy. They pose a significant threat to mortals when they act alone. When they act in concert, especially with Nocturnal present, the threat becomes existential. I have preparations to make outside my clockwork realm. You must stay vigilant. Take heed of any Daedric incursions and stand ready to fight. The prisoner wields great power, making reality of metaphor. We will need you before the end. A fool's hope, perhaps. I should explain. Look around you. All of this exists because it must exist. I stand here, in this place, in this moment, not because I wish to, but because I have to. A result of action and consequence. Clever, but incorrect. The prisoner must apprehend 2 critical insights. First, they must face the reality of their imprisonment. They must see the determinative walls, the chains of causality that bind them to their course. I have, but I fall short of the second insight. The prisoner must see the door to their cell. They must gaze through the bars and perceive that which exists beyond causality, beyond time. Only then can they escape. I see only unsteady walls. If the people of Tamriel must exist inside this cell, I will make sure that the walls are stable, the gaps are sealed, and all who remain stay safe within it. I sometimes ask myself the same thing. I suffer from a peculiar, indeed, compelled. Maybe. I've met few heroes like you. Very few. I take this matter of the Triad upon myself, but in truth, you may be the one that saves us. The prisoner who frees the world. We shall see. Farewell.
Bertrand Denis Ta.
Praise the Eight, and praise be to you for your bravery at Tarinan.
Fivefold venerate.
Greetings to you both.
The quality of the steel from the Thyssen is excellent. Have you seen the plates they're making up there?
Oh yes, I got an in with the foreman. Getting some for a great price.
Bah! Damn you, tallies and your nepotism. I need a step stool to get a fair deal around here.
something catch your eye?
Fivefold venerations, my friend. You've come to make a deposit.
These Sea Elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornar going to do something?
You know, House Duport never has these problems on High Island.
It's not entirely true. There are those ascendant workers.
Heave ho, till we see the shore from
Your people are in as much danger as everyone else, Galvin. Sea elves make no distinctions when it comes to staging raids.
I didn't say we weren't, Dame Feta. Mormor can fend for themselves. We always have.
I'm simply suggesting...
Ah, here's our mate now.
Well met, friend. Dulef tells me you handled yourself well at Windrak Fort. Now, what news of the other two locations? Laurel seemed troubled when she returned, but she went to find Archdruid Raval before I could speak to her. A good thing I sent you to Tuin, then. The Eldertide rarely need or want our help, but I'm glad we could provide it. Still, why would the Dreadsails take prisoners to the Cove? When Sea Elves take captives, they usually sail off and demand ransom. The Dreadsails are working with a druid of the Firesong Circle? The Firesong usually have nothing to do with outsiders, let alone Sea Elf pirates. And now I understand why Laurel seemed so worried, and why the Dreyfa has been summoned. What madness! A war among the circles is the last thing Galen needs right now. I've been invited to observe the Dreyfa. I'd like you to tag along. Find Laurel in the Vine District here in the city. If she agrees, you can join us. The Vine District lies on the east side of the city near the harbor. It's a small druid conclave. I'll join you there shortly. I need to confer with my father and send scouts to search for Sea Lord Nalos while we attend the Dreyfa. I may be the son of Count Mornard, but I studied for years with the Stonelore Circle. I hold druid beliefs in high regard. In fact, I share many of them, which is unusual for those not dedicated to their ranks. In return, the druids trust me. Like most nobles, my father pays little attention to the druids. When he must speak with the circles, he summons emissaries to Vestir. The Dreyfa is a meeting of druid leaders. Outsiders are rarely permitted, but they consider me almost a druid. The Eldertide Circle has no love of outsiders. If they had their way, we'd get back into our ships and return to High Rock. The Circle here on Galen is more forgiving than the Eldertide on High Isle, but they still don't fully trust us. The Stonelore are content to live alongside people who don't share their beliefs. They hope to set an example for others to follow, but they make no demands. As for the Firesong, they're reclusive. They usually stick to their isle and ignore us. My father's knights protect the city, and the harbor is well fortified. Besides, I think you chased away the Dreadsails for now. Our scouts report they're nowhere to be seen. But if you're concerned for my safety, don't be. I can fend for myself.
Bring smoke and flame, the Grungus way and fire consume.
By the looks of you, I imagine you're here about the handbills posted around the city. Does that mean you're up for the dangerous work House Mornard is offering? No, I oversee their dispersal. Lady Juline and the druids Gastok and Aishabe can tell you about specific jobs that are available. Each tend the wilds in their own way, but they all benefit Galen and have been approved by House Mornard. Getting the lay of the land before starting a campaign? I can respect that. What would you like to know? She's a curious one. Lady Juline wants to make a tour of the island's sights. She needs lone explorers to secure the route. I think she underestimates the dangers, but if she wants to spend coin to make the wild safer, I won't stop her. Druid Gastok represents the Stonelore Circle. He's got a mean look and meaner tasks, but he's a nice fellow once you get to know him. If his stories about terrible foes are true, you'll want to bring along a capable party. Galen is no stranger to volcanic activity. Lava vents across the island are spewing forth molten rock and savage creatures. Druid Aishabe knows more. She advises forming a group to tackle these vents. If you've got the steel to work alone, talk to Juline Crossell. If you don't mind cooperating with other sellswords, I hear Druid Gastok and Druid Aishabe have some dangerous work. And take this, a gift from the house for your aid. Juline Crossell has jobs for a lone sellsword. For Druid Gastok and Druid Aishabe's tasks, you will need the aid of some hardy companions. They all pay well, and I can also offer the thanks of House Mornard. Indeed. It's been an honor serving House Bernard. First as a scout and soldier, and now as a recruiter finding adventurers like yourself for dangerous assignments. The work we do here benefits Galen and all its people. Of course I am. Some may find fault with the house's recent history, but I wholeheartedly believe the Count will steer us into a new age of prosperity. And the aid of adventurers such as you will secure this future.
It's the places where you leave.
I wa-
Oh, hello again. What brings you to the Vine District? I hoped to see you again, my friend. But I need to prepare for the Dreyfa. The Elders really must deal with the strife that has come between the circles. You know, that's not a bad idea. Few outsiders are permitted to attend the council meetings, but you can attest to what we saw at Tuin. The Firesong Circle is willing to use force to gather the 3 sacred seeds, and that's just wrong. The last Druid King gave 1 seed to each circle long ago. He also gave us a prophecy, the Dream of Kasserine. Some druids consider it a warning, but Archdruid Orlaith and others believe it's a call to action. Meet me at the Telling Stone, the landmark near the center of the island. It would be easier to simply show you the prophecy, and it's close to Dreyfa Dell. Besides, Free might be there. They will want to see you again.
Imperial cunning will only get you so far, Alyssa.
Darkness stirs. Roots tremble. Druids gather. I am the nourisher. The sower. Needed?
I don't think that's wise, Free. I don't trust the Fire Song.
Fire Song. Pulsing, ripping, torn free from the ground. Blood in leaves. A memory.
Alright, I'll go ahead and end here. It's kind of a good stopping point just before I get roped into another quest, but it does look like I am done with the Clockwork City. Like I said, I didn't have any other quests to run into, you know, but that I managed to run into, whatever. But yeah. So I'll be in this Gallon area for a while I complete quests. So other than that, peace out.